Like how the interviews are conducted in 2022 versus how the interviews are conducted in 2026. Somewhere around 4.7 million jobs in the world are still open. We create a homogeneous experience for different people, right? Be it a student or early in career folks or tech professionals, non-tech professionals, ensuring that their needs are catered.
What are the challenges for learners when a new tech comes to market?
That's a good question. Probably how I put through it when I was in that learning phase, or like anything new comes to me, right? I mean, the first thing that happens is like everything is full of jargons. And when I'm saying jargons, because of the new nature or like new introduction to any field, learners feel overwhelmed. And if I give an example, probably 3-4 years back when I was starting on my journey, someone spoke the word hallucination first time in front of me. And then I was trying to understand like why hallucination here, because there is nothing to do with AI. And then eventually when you learn from many angles, eventually it happens that you learn what hallucination looks like. And that is like how everyone in the learning space or the learner fields, they don't see any clarity. Everyone gives their own peace of mind, define their own terms, make it more complex for someone to understand. Nobody gives them like go from A to B to C to D and eventually get it solved. Nobody tries to give them like, okay, explain me if I'm 5 or give me in layman terms what does that mean. And all these challenges lead to something which say like a kind of resentment or like neglect. Okay, let me not learn this, but I will move away from what is asked. Okay, I will do it some point of time later. No, this is not my cup of tea, or this is too complicated for me to get into, or it is too tech, or like obvious excuse people give, right? Because this all comes down, boils down to mind chaos, because people feel that okay, I may not be fit in, right? Or it may take very long for me to even make sense out of it, and that's where like learner as a human being feels like okay, if someone gives me a clear path to solve what I look for, that will give me an edge over others.
How learner's journey begins with AiPreper.
We thought of like how we can solve learners' problems. And then the biggest problem for any new tech that comes in the market, right, is about a learning path. So they don't have a clear learning path defined for an individual, because it's not a problem of like industry experts, but it is a problem where they don't see that very early. And then what's happened as a consequence of it, like people give their own versions of it, right? Without taking into consideration how it will reflect on the learner. Right? And so probably what we did at AiPreper is like we created a simple survey, and then that survey will create a learning path for an individual. So instead of a learner looking for a path or looking for the learning opportunities, he or she will get a ready-made learning curriculum or learning path coming out of that survey. And how it helps an individual. So instead of spending time that what that learning path looks like or what type of courses I should enroll in to get to a level which is the industry ready, or I call myself AI ready, is coming out of the box. And that is customized and personalized for an individual, where two individuals will never see the same learning path. And that's the most important aspect that we are trying to bring with AiPreper, which gives an opportunity for individual to learn something which is as cutting edge as generative AI with very less effort. Or I say the entry barrier has been reduced to an extent where someone will feel very obvious that I'm enrolling to another course. And that's what the major breakthrough that we have been putting in AiPreper for learners.
Why you call AI for all when you talk about AI prepper?
As you see, like most of the job roles or future work will be influenced or embedded with AI. Now, if I put through in the perspective of learning, no platform can do justice if it does not cover the spectrum of job roles. And what I mean by that is a marketeer will use an AI entirely different than how a tax consultant will use it. Similarly, a technologist will use AiPreper entirely differently, or AI in general entirely differently than someone who is a neuroscientist. Their learning needs are different, and so is their way of learning. Right? So what we're trying to do with AiPreper is like trying to ensure that we create a homogeneous experience for different people, right? Be it a student or early in career folks or tech professionals, non-tech professionals, ensuring that their needs are catered. They should not learn what they are not supposed to. To give you an example, probably fine-tuning may be important for someone who is in medicine, but not that important from the perspective like the way it is for engineering. Because a technologist will do fine-tuning, keeping in its mind of the use cases, versus a person who is into medicine will maybe fine-tune AI for his or her own use case, not for others. Right? So the way you need to learn AI for your domain will be entirely different for someone else's domain. And that's where like we have kept that theme, that AI for all. And with the help of AI in itself as a platform, we are able to cater to these different personas without like so much fragmentation and kind of divide, and which was prevalent in earlier platforms which were providing courses which are comprehensive and going in all directions. And that's how we call it AI for all when we always talk about AI.
Why you call it most comprehensive library of courses ever?
Right. Again, a question which needs a bit bigger answer. So how, when we started this as a thought process, like how AiPreper should look like, one of the most important question comes into mind when you are calling AI for all, then you need a catalog which is beyond, I mean, say 50,000 courses or lakh courses, but then it is not useful for everyone. How we solve that problem? And now with the advent of AI, we are able to cater to individuals' learning needs and learning journeys. So imagine like AiPreper is having a catalog of some hundreds of courses, but let's say a new persona or eventually a person comes to AiPreper and wants to learn AI for his or her area of work. Take an example of, say, environmentalist who wants to evaluate the earth crust and all that stuff, utilizing AI or generative AI tools. Now this catalog is not part of AI or AiPreper. Now we are providing an opportunity for individuals to submit their requirement. That okay, I need a course or I need a learning path in this area, and within next 8 hours to 50 hours, AiPreper will get your course ready, which is directly consumable, rated by individuals who are expert in your area or domain of expertise, along with the AI tools that we have created, behind the scenes, or systems we have created behind the scenes to ensure that every other nuances of your area of work is covered. At the same time, it is not kind of template someone else has created for you and still you are able to solve it for your own use case, for your own learning needs, or the way you learn. And that's where I call AiPreper as the most comprehensive course catalog ever.
Why it matters to have an assessment in platform?
So before answering this question, like why it matters to have an assessment, I give that like how the traditional learning goes in, like, okay, I have been given certain course, let me complete and I get a credit. Right? But there is no way to validate an understanding of an individual. What I mean by validation is, let's say if I complete a course in digital marketing, I need to have some kind of validation or test before I call myself at least a qualified professional or an individual. Right? And that's what our traditional degrees were initially doing. So we drive that concept into the platform and define like, okay, what does it mean for someone to qualify for the course that someone has eventually signed up for. Right? And that's where our assessment comes into picture, which are again curated assessments based on the individual learning patterns as well as the learning path that is generated for the individuals. And that's where they play a very important role for an individual to define like why someone is called an expert or someone is called an intermediate. Because these benchmarks will define that how eventually this person will be seen. Because he or she will go through that journey from nowhere to somewhere. And that from nowhere to somewhere comes in trenches. And at each juncture you need to define that what does it mean to be an individual who learns the way he or she wants.
So does this learning path help me in getting interview calls or getting me a job?
Okay, and then this is the very common question, right? Everyone looks for the outcomes, right? Nobody wants to do something which is in air, right? Now, if I give you an example, right, how the interviews are conducted in 2022 versus how the interviews are conducted in 2026, I think 70 to 80% interviews go from, I say, awareness to readiness. So even if I talk about the technologies, people are not asking that are you using generative AI to generate codes, right? Probably how you are questioning generative AI to correct the errors or like what kind of use cases someone has catered to or what kind of test cases you have generated. So that conversation is shifted where we have passed that edge of awareness. And now if I really want to be AI ready, I need to learn those aspects and nuances. I cannot be sitting on the fence and waiting for an opportunity, right? But having said that, in my previous conversations, I have given some stats where somewhere around 4.7 million jobs in the world are still open for grabs because generative AI roles are opening like anything. But we have dearth of individuals who don't have that experience. And it's not because they don't have talent, because they don't have a path through which if they follow, they will be called as an expert or an intermediate at least. And that's what the problem statement or problem gap AiPreper is trying to solve.
So what is typical duration for a learner to be proficient in generative AI?
Right. Again, a very good question because this all is deriving from the fact that what kind of OKRs an individual will have. Right? So this 3 to 6 months time duration is good enough, and we have, I say, wisely chosen this time frame because that is the technology lifespan of the shelf, right? And why I am saying that? The growth or the kind of new innovations coming in this area was not existing 3 months or 6 months back. Right? So if you go in your learning journey beyond 3 months or 6 months, you are already outdated. And that's where, I mean, this type of curriculum should be bite-sized, should be catering to an individual needs, should be defining what that role look like, because future roles will be so dynamic that a person who is doing certain things in first 6 months may not be doing at all those things in next 6 months. And individual needs to be flexible to keep on learning, keep on themselves on their toes, and ensuring that things are relevant to their job needs, relevant to the outcomes that industry desire, and the speed with which companies look to like give value to their customers. So probably these three aspects come together to define what that duration looks like. So most importantly, most of our learning curriculums or tracks are bite-sized, where each track will take you anywhere, depending on your speed, anywhere between 2 to 5 days to complete, and eventually once that particular track is completed, you can switch to the next track. You learn the different aspects, appear for the most comprehensive assessments that is coming for you post your curriculum completion, and get certified. I mean, that is how like the journey of a learner looks like in AiPreper.
Join the waitlist to secure free access to the app. Visit AiPreper.com.